Welcome to Lakeview Fisheries. So here we are at the cages. So production at the cages starts basically from the hatchery. So the hatchery is where we do the fingerlings production. So we'll bring them here and first nurse them in some net. We call that a nursery cage. We feed them for 3 months to get to about 5 grams, a size that cannot pass through our production net. So once they're at 5 grams, we'll change them into the production net, and therefore we call that a production cage. So once we have the fish in the production cages, we'll be feeding it until the time when they're now ready for harvest. They take about 6 months. So the whole cycle will take about 9 months for us here. You have to know the number that you need to stock in that particular cage. So for that, we have the standard stocking rate per cubic meter. So you'll determine the volume of the cage that you have. That will now lead to the number of fish that you should be stocking in that particular cage. So like this one will carry about 30,000 pieces from the start of the production cycle. You feed it, of course you'll be having some survival percentage. If you achieve 70% survival, you'll be expecting about 7 tons from a 10-meter diameter cage. So our harvest size is about 350 grams to 400 grams. That is the size that is mostly preferred by customers. So the nets, once we've harvested, you have to check them to ensure that you don't have any tears. Because of course, if you have tears on the net, you'll be losing your fish into the lake. So we have a diver here who dives and checks around the net, confirm if there's any hole or any tear, and then it gets mended before things get worse. You realize that we are dealing with fish, which is a perishable product. You have to keep it fresh. So for that reason, we have an ice producing machine that produces ice that we use for preserving our fish. At LVF, we also have a water production plant or a water plant from which we are producing water which is safe and clean for consumption. So from this, we are basically benefiting the community with the water they can get, because you realize that in the island or in most of the areas surrounding the lake, they'll just get that water for drinking directly from the lake as it is, and they believe it's just safe for drinking, which is not true.